Hey, this is Jeff Rose, Certified Financial Planner. Today I want to answer a question from a younger couple that just asked me this, and I thought it'd be something I'd share real quick. This couple were newlyweds, and they were wondering if newlyweds need to purchase life insurance. And I thought, what an interesting question, because I know whenever I was a newlywed, the only thing I was focused on was me and my wife heading down to Riviera Maya, going down to Mexico, sipping on some umbrella drinks, soaking in some sun rays, and just chilling out for a week. But it was so neat to have this young couple who were really into their financial future and were really concerned about whether they really should purchase life insurance, especially just being newlyweds. So as I was talking to them, it made me really wonder, do newlyweds need to purchase life insurance? So when I reflect back on my own situation with me and my wife, whenever we did get back from our honeymoon, I actually did buy a term life policy. We had just bought a new house. We didn't have any kids yet. We knew we were going to be having kids in the next couple of years. But I was just thinking, with term life being so cheap, I didn't want her to be stuck with the house payment if something were to happen to me. So it wasn't a big policy. It was $250,000, which at that time I was 26, 27 years of age. So it wasn't a huge out-of-pocket expense. So it made sense for me to do it. Now, if I were a newlywed and maybe we were still renting where I didn't have to worry about a mortgage, then I don't know if I would have actually taken out the policy. So in your own situation, if you have a mortgage that you're concerned about, then that's something you might want to consider buying a term life policy. Otherwise, if you're still renting, then I don't know if it's a justifiable expense for newlyweds to take on. Now, a second reason why newlyweds might want to consider buying term life insurance is if there's a lot of debt in the picture. As they say, till debt or death do us part, right? Well, if both of you are bringing on a level of debt, whether it be credit cards, whether it be car notes, maybe some student loans, if there's a lot of debt in the picture, do you really want your spouse, your new spouse, stuck with the debt that you're bringing on? So maybe purchasing enough term life insurance to have that all covered in case something happened to you. And once again, if you're buying term life insurance and you're a newlywed and you're in your 20s, this stuff is cheap. I mean, we're talking like 12 to 15 bucks a month. It's all going to cost you. So don't think that you're going to be overcome with some huge expense that you're not going to be able to afford each and every month. Now, the third reason why newlyweds may want to consider buying term life insurance is if you're planning on having kids sometime in the near future. Now, I know you can just wait until you actually have kids. I mean, it's not that big a deal. And in your younger 20s, even if you wait a couple years, it's not like your monthly premium, it goes from $12 to $12.50. So it's not going to be a huge burden. But the other thing that people don't realize is that what happens if there's some medical condition that you weren't aware about that all of a sudden comes to be to where now you're uninsurable or your premium goes up even more. Now, I know this happens only in rare cases, but I actually have seen this happen two times where I've seen someone that was in great health as in their early 20s, and then something happened, all of a sudden now they could not get life insurance. So just something to consider is, get it while you can get it. If you can afford it, it really is very inexpensive. I'm sure you can budget an extra 12 to 15 bucks to cover for your term life insurance. If you have any more questions like this regarding term life insurance, you know where to find me, termlifeinsurancebyjeff.com. We'll see you soon.